We didn't have anything to do, so we thought we'd jump in on this meeting.
Awesome. Well, you guys love meetings, don't you? So.
Oh, dear.
Yes.
That's great. So does everybody work for CRU, or what's the?
Oh gosh.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Watching something there.
So we good? If they would. Get the volume.
I turned mine off.
Oh.
So.
So did he.
Oh, there you go.
That's a little bit better. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. So, Max, maybe you can introduce, well, I got names, but I have no clue what these people do.
Well, it was really funny.
I was sweeping the floors downstairs and they asked me if I could come in.
All right,
I met
Sharon.
these people out in the parking lot. I don't know.
This is perfect.
Sharon, would you explain? She's the mobile person in charge of all training. Fund development training.
Sorry, we're having like submarine.
Yeah.
It may not work to have two.
Yeah, you can just mute one of you, or just have one person.
I think
Or you just turn it off.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to work to have two of them going on in the same room,
Okay,
but
so
we'll try.
Okay.
I'm not getting any feedback right now.
Oh, that's good.
That sounds clear to me.
All right.
Okay, so Sharon is what again?
I work in the Global Fund Development team also.
Okay.
And my role is helping to increase. I felt very powerful.
You are very powerful. That was amazing.
this is off, so I don't know what to say.
It may just be the fact that computers.
Yeah. I think we just got to use
I
one
think what we're
computer.
going to do is,
Okay, so can you?
yeah, but now he's seeing what's
Oh, now I'm. Oh, that. I don't. What am I looking at?
Yeah, right. Let me exit, and we'll just use one computer.
Okay. Okay, that sounds great.
All right, we're trying here.
I'm
Sorry.
leaving.
Well, you guys can also mute yourself too, and just look on your computer and watch it and hear. So you can mute yourself.
So we're getting some feedback. How about this?
Okay, we think we have it under control.
You got it?
Good.
Can you hear?
Yeah. I can hear. Okay, so Sharon, before I saw a video of your leg, you were talking about something. What was that?
I'm working with our global leaders to help increase fund development capacity.
Okay.
So what that means is helping local, national, area leaders become proficient in fund development, not for personal support raising, but for their ministries, which is a huge culture shift and a brand new thing.
Got it. Okay. Brand new. Okay. Got it. And Dave.
Yeah, I'm a part of the same team. I don't know how much you know about Campus Crusade.
I know you changed your name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we've got about 20,000 staff members across the world.
Okay.
120 plus countries.
Okay.
Most of those staff members are not American. So our team, like Sharon is saying, is responsible to help build those staff in those countries' ability to raise funds locally. So we are all part of that team.
Got it. Okay, to raise funds global. Okay, got it. All right.
Yep. So my role in the team is kind of strategy formation, chief of staff to the director. Yeah.
Okay. And then Cody, you hang out with these people as well.
Yeah, I do. I glean nuggets of wisdom from time to time. He is the youngest.
He represents India for.
Yeah. Now I'm kind of, again, same team, and I kind of feel like I'm a jack of all trades at this point. I've done a little bit of everything on the team. My on-paper role is as an actual donor rep, so out in the field here in the States, raising money to go overseas.
Okay.
But
Okay, got it. Wonderful. All right, so I think I got everybody now. Max, do you want to do anything else, or do you want me to dive into this, or what would you like?
Just say that there are two things. One, I was looking at this platform for the idea that on the leader-led movement, we wanted to talk about trying to use a platform that might integrate connections everywhere, as well as a platform that could offer courses and training and a lot of other things that it does. And so we really were talking about that yesterday a bit. And then we started also then thinking, and we were actually talking about iDisciple too, which was another conversation, you know, that we talked about before. Yeah. And then also then the idea that training might play into this also. Mm-hmm. So we're kind of looking at the platform as different different thoughts, how it might be configured to accomplish different things.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds like a good start. But I'll just kind of tell you how we got to this point. Our company is called Needs Met. We do technology applications for mega churches like Willow Creek and other people like that. And we started to do online Bible studies. And we think that's definitely a big future ahead. People being able to do studies on their iPads and their phones, kind of anywhere and everywhere, both in the U.S. and around the world. And so we spent the last 2 years researching that and then designing a system that was from scratch. We used to use LMS systems, which are university-based learning management systems. I'm sure some of you guys are familiar with those. And we were using one called Sakai, which is really good, one of my favorites. But it was very limited in what it did, and it's very academically driven, where it's not group-centrically driven. So you're going to probably see a lot of applications that this could hit in campus, I'm guessing. But the training piece of it is definitely a significant part. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of background in terms of that. Please ask questions as we go. And I'm recording this as well, so you guys can watch it later. You can give it to other people, things like that. So
will it have Sharon's leg when we record it?
It will. I'm gonna crop that out.
We can edit. Yeah.
I'm gonna do go like that, and then.
Tim.
Yeah.
Tim, where are you?
I am. I am in Spokane, Washington. If you know where that is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So.
We're all Orlando.
Yes, as far away as you're here, I'm up here. So pretty much as far away as possible. Yeah.
And the name of your organization is Needs Met. Is that what you said?
Correct. Yes. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Dang, there's the rabbit trail. Have you heard of Blake Stepp?
I have, but.
Basketball.
Oh yes.
He's he's my wife's nephew.
Oh really?
We have a Spokane connection.
All right. Cool.
There you go. Go Zags. Yeah, maybe this year we can do something. That would be helpful. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen with you guys, and then let me know if you can see this.
Yes.
You can see it okay? Okay, great. So basically, our platform is for group development and helping groups of any sort reach their potential. So we're going to kind of go over just a couple different sections. But what we wanted to do is make a system that was so easy that no developer was needed, that you guys can make courses, put people in classes, get statistics, understand how people learn, which is a semantic approach that's kind of a Web 3.0 concept, and so on and so forth. So this right here is your dashboard. And we have a thing called sections, and sections are your live classes, courses, curriculum, projects, whatever they are. And then they have a catalog, so you have a digital library. This is Ravi Zacharias, if you know who he is. Mm-hmm. And he's a client of ours, and so we're launching with him both two ways. One is externally as a new sales channel for online courses, both in churches and universities and wherever anybody wants to go through his content now. And then secondly is an internal collaboration tool for his groups around the world, because he's got so many people all over the place and he's trying to get them on the same page. So inside here, then we have assignments. And assignments, instead of doing like quizzes, tests, polls, surveys, we just said you're going to ask questions and you're going to get answers. And so we made it fairly interactive inside here to make these assignments. Then there's reporting and members and a whole bunch of other stuff. But kind of we'll start out with the catalog here. So a catalog is just a digital whatever it is. So it can be a new hire training. It could be an online Bible study. It could be whatever you would like it to be. So you can create a new catalog. And there's authors, publishers. You can put how much the catalog costs if you want to charge people for it. There's descriptions, and you can make it public or private. So there's quite a bit of stuff that you can do inside of there to create a digital library is what you're going after here. And then I'm just going to take you right into the class here. So this is a beta course that RZIM is doing. Do you guys see this okay?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. So this is the navigation over here, and then we've got a couple different things. So he's got a video inside here. This is for lecture 3.1. This is a little bit about the lecture. And then he's got an evaluation down here that I can fill out. What was helpful, what was least helpful, things like this. Hi, Keenan.
Hi.
Thanks for joining.
Yeah,
Thanks.
Ken and Birch should be joining.
Okay, great.
Hey,
Good drive.
Yeah. Okay, so just to back up, we're talking about an online group development platform which engages people in training, courses, classes, all that different type of stuff. So inside here, he's got different lectures. He's got his syllabus inside here, so you can see what he's doing for the week. We have any third-party integration, like any website or anything that you want to integrate inside of it, we can do that. So if you have if you guys use any surveys, if you guys anything that you guys have online or anybody else online, we can integrate it. So this right here, we're just looking at RZIM's website, and it's really nice. I can click through this, and the idea with this is that the user never has to leave the interface. You want to make it so simple that they never have to leave, so that they're engaged in the content and what you're doing. And again, even for people overseas who have limited access and limited, technology things, we want to make it really simple for them to actually get inside here and to use it.
You said you had different languages also?
Yeah. I'll show you that in just a second here. There's online Bibles, pretty much anything you can think of we can put inside of a course. You just have to design it the way you'd like it to work. And your wheels will start turning here. There's evaluations, there's sample questions and answers. So there's a lot of things that you can do inside here, and it's very modular. You can take this all around and do a whole bunch of different stuff. So if I'm an instructor for a class, then I see this thing called class admin. And I can actually edit the section here. Or actually, I can edit the course. And I'm going to take you over here to this one right here. So this is called a content editor. Again, we wanted to make it so that you don't need a developer. So right here, this is a new page. Oh, we got a little JavaScript there. And this is an actual page inside this study. So these are different modules inside here, or we call them tools. So there's 2 videos, and then a content tool here, and then a poll inside here that you can add. So the nice thing is you can drag and drop these kind of wherever you want them. So we're not defined to a certain space. So you can actually make them bigger or smaller. You can go like this. You can bring this guy over here. You can do a whole bunch of different stuff to make your class. So it's really interactive. If I click on this, it takes me to what we call a web content tool. Yes.
Sharon had a question, and I have a question.
Great, go for it.
Oh, it wasn't important. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So I'm sensing that you can use third-party applications and integrate it into your platform, like Vimeo, like YouTube.
Yes, yeah. Any third-party application on the earth we can do. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very helpful.
And the power of that's really interesting. So check this out. So this is the class. I'm going to go back to our main class here. In this video, we also have artificial intelligence into our system. I don't know if anybody's familiar with behavioral trees, but basically what it does is we can make it so that somebody, Sharon, watches 4 minutes of this video, and right at the 4-minute mark, it stops and it brings up a list of questions. and then you answer those questions. And how you answer those questions defines what happens next. It's kind of like Choose Your Own Adventure. You guys ever remember those books? Yeah, great books. We can do that on here. So basically, if you can dream it up, we can make it happen. And so inside here, this video, we even track how much of the video is watched. We track if they skipped it. I can tell you exactly if with a user, you know, if they've gone through X amount of courses, 10 courses over 5 weeks, I can tell you how well they did based on how they learned and what they did inside the video. So it's really powerful. So at 4 minutes and 47 seconds, we stop it. We ask 2 questions. If they get them right, we send them on to the rest of the video. If they get them wrong, then we send them, and they get a text message from Max saying, we got some issues here. We need to talk. So it's literally that. We can basically take third-party applications and put artificial intelligence to them, almost to the point where literally you can do this. If you ask somebody what their favorite pizza was at the front of this course, so you put in a question, you said, hey, what's your favorite pizza, and they let you know what that was. At the end of the course, like the evaluations, if you go to the evaluation and you go inside here and they evaluate the class and they completed all your stuff, you automatically give them a certificate of completion, right? And after that certificate of completion, a pizza can show up at their door 30 minutes later. Like, in other words, yeah, literally, yeah. We know what kind of pizza they have. We know what's in their profile. We know what their address is. And we'll just send it through an API to Papa John's, and they can have a fresh pepperoni, Hawaiian, jalapeno, whatever, at their door in 30 minutes because they can.
But you would have to know their ISP to know if they're actually at home when they completed it or somewhere else.
Yeah, that's true, but I'm just it's an example, and someday I'm going to actually do it. But it is an example of something that you could actually do. That's the power of the system that we have. So any type of third-party integration is very possible.
Right.
Hey, Tim.
Yeah.
It is when you talk about gathering user data based on answers, based on trends of kind of what they're looking at, how long they're looking at. Do you guys synthesize that data? Because it seems like if it's just constantly streamed to the administrator, that could be overwhelming.
Yeah, no, it'll be synthesized. For example, like we have a thing called progress. And what happens in progress is that you would put a point value to certain things. Like if somebody logs in, do you give them a point or 2? Maybe when they complete an assignment, you give them 5 points. Maybe if they discuss something with somebody, they get 10 points. You'll basically be able to control all of that. And so you can look at like say we go through an 8-week course, and we can tell that in week 3 is when Tom really got it, because his numbers are through the roof, compared to week 5 where he really had some struggles, and week 7 we could have cross-marketed a new study we're doing or a new book because over 10 studies we found that So the whole idea is it's semantically understanding how people are learning and developing, and then that gives you intelligence. So it's not going to spit back tons of stuff. It's just going to spit back what you want to know.
And as far as using that artificial intelligence that you were describing,
yeah,
that is actually the person doesn't have to depend on somebody else to do that. It's actually in the platform, and if they put a video up there, they can put it at the 3-minute split or the 6-minute split themselves. They don't have to come to you or your company.
Correct. Yeah, we don't have it currently in that. We have the AI we're doing it in another course and with another client right now, but we don't, probably by another month and a half, we'll have it where you literally can click on it and do it. So if I'm going to click edit section here, I'm going to click on week 5 discussion. No, it's not going to be doing that one. Let's click on this one. And I'm going to add a tool over here, like web content. So we'll add a web content tool. And I'm going to click on it, and then it's going to have a little AI section right here. Right now, I can just do, I can put in any website that I want to, and click save, and then it'll actually save it on here, and you'll see it in a second. But yes, the AI will be controlled based on you guys, so you guys can actually do it yourself. You don't actually ever need us.
Okay.
Yeah. So really powerful drag and drop technology. You can do all this, and it's just a really nice interface inside here. Assignments. So assignments are global. What that means is all they are questions and answers. So you can, like I said, you can call it a test, a poll, a quiz, whatever you want to call it. So like in here, let's do a multi-line. And we're going to select ice cream. Whoops. There we go. And there's a description, and I can put that in. There's options for me inside here, and I can make it required or not, so I can force people to fill this out. And I'm going to click Save, and then it's going to show up here. What's your favorite ice cream? So super, super easy. I can do check boxes. I can do radio buttons. I can do date pickers. It's pretty sweet. So right here we can say weather is like, and then our options are sunny, and we just click on here and we go cloudy. There's a value, and then there's actually another value. And then we go rain, and we go rain. And then I can make them fill it out. I can actually show them the correct answer if I want to. There's a whole bunch of other stuff you can do inside that. So this will show up, and then I can drag and drop them. And I can say, no, I don't want that one first. I want this one first, and I'm going to save it. Now, this becomes a global assignment. So what that means is that it can be on anybody. It can be anywhere. So you can put it on 10 different courses, and the answers will be different, but the questions are the same. So it saves a lot of time. So you can go through and add as many assignments as you want to. There's the 2 we added. And you guys can actually make them global versus inside one specific course. If you want to change it in a course, you can go into your class and edit it however you want to. It just doesn't affect the template, if you will. The template, if you create it from the template, it stays from that. Mm-hmm. Okay, members, so you want to see who's in your class, which is nice. So these are all the people that are in my class right now. And I can change their levels, so I can say if they're an administrator, leader, or a student. But that's okay. But we wanted to go to another level of permissions, a little bit crazier level. So you can let people do anything you want to, anytime you want to, in any class you want to, specifically for that specific section or course. So I can let this guy view a section. I can never let him manage other people. I can. He can post replies, that's cool. There's an inherent list based on a student, evaluator, and a leader and a student, what they can and cannot do, but I can get real specific just on the number. I can limit that to how many posts that they do. It's pretty amazing in terms of that. So that was really a big deal for the system because it allows you to do a lot of things inside of here based on permissions. Really nice feature inside here too is this. We have a thing called user card. And the user card is really nice because what it does is it shows you the person. You can look at their profile page. You can start a conversation. You can follow people. And we have a whole, yes.
2 people in the room know Drew.
Hey, you do. All right, great.
There's the crusade guy who married Robbie's daughter, whose name I just forgot.
Yes, yep. He married her, and yeah, he's a great guy. He and I are working on this whole thing. He's got a beta course going on of 100 people right now. He's got a couple courses going on. So yeah, neat guy. And then assignments. Whenever you fill out an assignment, it goes inside here. And so I can look at the assignment. I can see who completed it, what day is completed, if they're still reviewing it, or if it's been completed already. There's a whole bunch of things that you can do inside here, but we wanted to make it really simple. Let's see if this is. No, we're still working on this piece right here. We're doing major upgrades today. But this will actually give you the answers for that lecture evaluation that Drew filled out or that I filled out or that anybody filled out. So when somebody fills out an assignment, it goes straight into here. And you can limit what the instructors see. So if you want them to see certain stuff, you just edit it, and we can control that based on the system. Let me show you this. This is really a cool thing. So we have a lot of stuff inside the profile. Their profile is pretty intense. And so what is inside here is the personal details, signature, contacts, privacy, alerts, and there's a whole bunch of stuff inside here. So I'm going to click on personal details. And the nice thing is, again, you can put tons of stuff in here. So you can say where you're from, what's your birthday, your location, which will actually produce a Google map anywhere in the world. There's an About You. You can have signatures if you want to that show up on all your stuff. Contact details. You want people to know that you're on Twitter, Facebook, Skype. All the stuff inside here is integrated. Very powerful. Privacy is a big deal too. So what do you want people to see? What do you not want them to see? All that stuff. You can edit a lot of different stuff inside here. So in terms of your profile, it's pretty intense. And what we found was Drew's class, all those people in that class, they went in there, we didn't have all this completed yet, and they went in there and started putting their pictures up and putting all this stuff on, which was not the point. The point was do the class, but they really loved the social side of it, of course. So that's, so anyway, we realized that, and that's why we created such a powerful interface that you can, and then you can update your status right here. It's like Twitter, and then anybody can see your status based on, I'm working on a course today, or I'm sick, or whatever else inside of there. There's an inbox that you have too, which is right here, and these are called conversations. So this is a conversation that we have with 49 different people. It's almost like a mixture of a Facebook post and a forum. You know how many people hate forums? At least I hate them because they're so difficult, they're ugly looking, and they're not very fun to play with. And a lot of people just don't use them. But Facebook walls are a little bit too simple sometimes. And so this way, you see a picture of the person and what they have. He attached some notes for Tom for his lecture, which is nice, and it's inline, so you don't have to go find it somewhere. So this is a whole discussion, and all these people are part of it. So you can click on Marty, and you'll see the information for her. You can go down here and see what Justin wrote, what Daryl wrote, what Drew wrote. They have a.
I have a question. Is that a class discussion, or is that an ongoing discussion for all the people in the class about any topic?
Either one. So, like for example, I can go up. This is just a discussion on logic, and Drew invited 49 people to it. So I can click on inbox, and I can start a conversation.
Is the person who starts something like that, are they the moderator?
Correct. Yeah, for that conversation. Yeah, it's so like if I pick Drew, I can click Drew here, and then we can put, hey Drew, and then I put the information. I can allow other people in the conversation if I want to, or I can lock it so that nobody can respond. I can upload a file. I can do a whole bunch of stuff, but it's one of the ways we have that you can communicate. So it's a conversation based.
Well, and I mean, even too, as the conversation evolves and develops and it begins to go in a direction you don't want it to, I assume it's the person that creates it. They're able to step in, remove posts, or even limit people further in terms of what they can do and can't do.
Correct. Mm-hmm. Yep.
I can't stay too much longer because
okay.
of the meeting. I just have a quick question on, I think you were showing a class administrator, like assignments. Like I'd love to see how the class administrator, what it looks like for them to review the assignments, give feedback, that sort of thing.
Yeah, and we can go over that later if you'd like to. We can do another separate demo, or I can kind of show you what we've got so far. The nice thing is that we can customize it to whatever you want, really. So we have a template that we've put together, and then we, have added to that. Before you leave, I'd like to show you one other thing here in terms of the translation piece of this, like he was talking about. So on here, we want to, let's see here. I'm going to grab a web content. And what we're going to do is we're going to translate this. So here's my language chooser. And any language you have, we can integrate. So here's Spanish, and boom, everything's in Spanish here.
Nice.
And it is not just all the buttons, it's the content on the fly. So, yeah, so watch.
What technology do you use for that?
So watch this. We use it via an API because we have a public API and a private API for it. So we're using it with Bing or Google, either one.
Application, something.
I like to do the zoo. Okay, I'd like to go to the zoo. You ready? Oh.
messages in Spanish.
Anybody know the the Spanish? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So this one will actually, it'll actually, we're doing updates right now, but it'll translate this phrase. So anything that you add inside the system, it becomes a phrase. So even assignments are all translated into Spanish. So you literally can do it in any language, and you don't have to actually have a translator to actually do it. It actually will come straight over. So you just tell us what languages you want, and then we'll integrate it inside here. And it's unbelievable, because we spent a while with certain people, and our last tool we had really didn't do a good job, because it translated these, right? You know, it translates some of the standard stuff, right? But it would never translate the content. I mean, that's just craziness. But now it does. So the craziness is magic. So I just wanted to show you that we can actually change it on the fly in the tool, and it'll actually change it for you.
Hey, Tim, I need to go, but...
And I don't need to go. I can stay now.
Oh.
All right. Well, everybody's ready to go. Cool. Okay. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you, Cody.
Turn this slightly.
All right.
A little bit more into the...
I don't, may I ask a question, or is there some more things?
Yeah, no. Yeah, go for it. I was just going to show a couple other things, but no, yeah, go for it.
So I'm just curious. Do you, what is your economic model then? Do you sell the platform? Do you sell the platform and services, the upgrades? Do you? Because it sounds like all the content development happens with the end user. Everybody's loading their own content and figuring, adding the videos, getting help from you, probably about how to design a class, perhaps. What do you really offer? I guess is what I'm asking. What is the service that you offer? Yeah.
What we do is we do a white labeled product. We were doing it before a little different way, where, we would make the studies or the groups and stuff like that, and then you would come onto our platform, kind of like an Amazon, where you run on our railroad tracks. But what we found was that we don't know your audience. We don't know who you are. We can't market to you. It's a really difficult and expensive way to go. So we switched that, and so now it's white labeled. So RZAM's got their own system, their own internal client, everything that they use is inside.
I'm not sure that code.
Put your name on it.
White label means it's blank, and you fill it in.
Yeah, white label means it's CRU. Everything's in it CRU. It's got your logo. It looks like you, smells like you, touches like you, tastes like you. It's even on your URL, study.cru.org. Everything is you. We license it to you on a yearly basis. And then you use the technology as you would like to use it. And again, there's so many ways you could do it. I mean, you can, with training, internal collaboration, external stuff. But I really believe that God's going to really want to use this overseas in a big way. Both internal collaboration, like with groups and stuff. But a lot of ministries don't really know, they don't have a good handle on what to do overseas. Typically, they lose money, like hand over fist, with ministry resources and books and all the stuff. How do we economically do that? And so this way, we have a delivery model that's very, very cost-effective. It delivers the information right to them where they're at, and it can be contextualized for them. So it's a great model to take, like Life Work Leadership with Steve French. That's what he was thinking, Max, for India, is, well, how are we going to get people involved in India? Well, we're going to need an online delivery platform to do that, and then we can actually do it on some type of scale. So he can go from 4 to 40 like that.
Yeah, I met with him this morning at Starbucks early, so.
Oh.
Yeah, so we talked business.
Good, yeah.
And then how do you... Oh, okay, this is kind of a logistical question. Where does it live? Do you host it? You host it in your own resources? I mean, our own? Like, if we begin to utilize this, it lives in the Campus Crusade world somewhere?
No, actually, what it is, we host it via Rackspace, and then what happens is, what happens is we can do it two ways. We can host it all, or we can actually do a subdomain prefix on it, so that basically it's study.cru.com or .org, whatever it is. You guys pick a URL, and then everything is masked with that, so anybody who hits that goes straight to our platform on our hosting, but it's yours. So
All
that,
the video is a lot of space.
what'd you say?
All the video content alone, it gets to be kind of, it's a lot of space, right? It's a lot of it's
Massive
cumbersome.
storage.
Yeah, well, the video content is all linked based. It's all based on links, so it's not based on an actual file. So you're not uploading a 40 gig file. You're just giving us the YouTube video or the Vimeo
You
video.
have to have, I'm just thinking of things that are video intensive, which is a project I'm working on. So that still has to live here. That has to be based, I'm not using the right technological words,
Yeah,
right?
look, if you use YouTube, you'd have your own YouTube channel.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
Vimeo or
and then that gets linked into their platform. So
Correct.
really, you don't host anything.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
It's all just
Nobody
linked.
does anymore.
You know,
Integrator of all this.
YouTube's got the problem, right?
Yeah. We leave the hosting to YouTube because they got a lot of servers. So we left. And the other thing is, a side note on this. We have a resource repository. This is really, really valuable. So you have one spot where everything that CRU does happens in one spot. So you don't have files and hard drives and all this network stuff. Anybody can get to it. That is all permission-based too. So you can allow anybody who has certain permissions to allow certain files or certain access to those files. So we have one repository where everything sits. And then every class, if you want to start a class, Sharon, you just go into resources and add which ones you want from that repository. And it's super easy. It's all updated in one spot. And even you can allow users to upload it too. If they have something cool, they have a web link or a PDF, you can allow them in a certain class or a certain section to say, yeah, load it up. And it goes into our global repository, or is it just only for that one class? There's a whole resource repository piece inside here that's really powerful. It's also linked up with Google Drive. So anything that you have in Drive, you can pull inside here. And also a really cool piece that will be done within a few weeks is the real-time collaboration. So you have a marketing group inside of campus that's in Uganda, and they're working with people over there. Anybody in the U.S. or anywhere can get on side there, and we have it's a Velop document. And what it is, it's a collaboration tool. So 17 people can get in there and start typing at the same time, put together the document, and share it. They can send it to Word. They can send it to PDF. They can upload it to Google. It's a super powerful tool that we're using their API integration inside of our product. So it actually never turns into a Google document until you want it to. It stays inside Velop and becomes a Velop document only for that class, which is a very good thing, because then you control what happens with that content. Mm-hmm. And we're very understanding about that. You guys we're going after, like I told Max, the content constipated people. All the ministries in the world that have so much content, they don't know what to do with it. They have no way to deliver it. They can't get it to people easily. That's what we can help you with.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they're, but the conversations thing you showed us, that's real time too. People can basically have a chat kind of session going on.
Yeah, let's review that. Communication, there's actually 3 different things. One is a conversation, which is semi like an email post thing. If I post right now, I can get an alert when you post, and they're like push notifications. So I'll get a little one that shows up next to my alerts. So if I'm online, I'll see those. The second thing is discussions. We have a really cool tool that for discussions. I'll see if I can pull it up here. But basically, it's a way that you can. I'll have to see if I can find it here. But basically, it's a discussion that you just have inside of a certain course or a certain lecture. Maybe it's week 4. You're having a discussion, right? Inside there, we also have feedback. So we have a thing called a tone meter. And what the tone meter does is it goes from -5 to +5. So you can give feedback to people based on their answers. And then it actually